Yep. There's a little white tint on there. No, it didn't snow. Clear skies. It's just frost. Well, frost and ice. Heavy enough dew. There's a pretty good layer. Not a bad looking morning this morning. The thermometer in the house there says it's 33 degrees now. It said 34 a few minutes ago. It is what it is. About another hour or so, it'll actually get down to the coldest point, but yeah, everything's got, anything that got to do on it is iced over, I should say. Usually a little more than frost if we get a dew, and it got a dew. So yeah, it's going to be a little while before number one gets to greasing spreaders. Probably should put a grease gun in the shop and warm it a little bit, but hey, look, light. But I guess it ain't quite that cold. Yeah, dogs think they got a critter over here somewhere. I keep doing stuff to displace the squirrels and can't catch the little buggers. Try to poison them and they don't seem to thin down from that. Same with the frickin' mice over in the other barn. But yeah, figure some way to thin them down some more. I see, middle of the screen out there, I see a cow. I just heard one way to the left of that one, so they must be down in the draw by the cedar tree over there on the flat. Yeah. Calf at the bottom of the hill, cow right here. Honest, I didn't see her till she was in the camera. And I could see that there was critters in the barn. So, okay. There's the morning walk around. Most of it anyway. Just about think I needed some gloves. My hand that's holding the phone's just about froze. So both spreaders got cleaned off here, and I'm going to say that's not too bad of a pile. Really isn't. You can just kind of see it there. They cleaned up pretty good this year. A lot of times it'll be wet, nasty stuff, and it sticks to everything. Just still got to clean the tractors up when we're done, but always had trouble keeping this together in here, so I tried something a little bit different. A little reject rock and a little smaller rock mixed together. Packed the living hell out of it. There's actually about 4.5 inches, 5 inches in here. I raised it up. I added another board over here. Added a 4x4 on top of what we had. See if we can hold it in place. And this old floor, I have wanted to expand this lot. That's what this dead spot is here, no man's land. I've wanted to expand it out to there. Had plans on it. One reason for the plans is, if you look at the floor we're on, see that crack in the middle of the screen? Yeah. Don't really know whatever did happen, but that's cracked for a reason, because it's sloping away. And there, it's even worse there. You can really see it. I mean, it works great for getting stuff to drain out, but it doesn't drain out to a good spot. So the plan was, add that on, concrete wall in the bottom, put a concrete stub wall where the gates are there into the other pen, take a strip off of here and use it to help fill in, and then pour new from here out. Yeah, that's been 5-6 years ago. I don't know. Oops, I bumped it. Either way, it's been 5 or 6 years ago. And this old floor, I think, actually in pretty good shape, considering the abuse it's had over the years. And when it gets uncovered once a year, we can't read all of it anymore, but let you look at it upside down. I don't know that the first number is still there because the edge of the concrete's been broke off. But 22 and 25 of 88. Okay. Whichever month that was. Oh, maybe it is still there. I think it says 1. I don't know. It's been a long time ago. I just remember going over this with the jitterbug and making it rough. And man, that's hard on your arms, no matter how big or how small or how old or how young you are. I filled some more in the barn too. Looks pretty good to me. Hopefully it'll stay put. The barn looks like that until we get to here. Oops, there. I usually don't do that bottom part for the calves till later. We'll let that sit there and be dry. Sometimes we'll put a layer in there and let the cows in there for a little while just to get a good layer of manure so you can find the bottom before you go through the rock. But here's what I wanted to show you. There's a light out right there, below the screen. I hate these squirrely fluorescents. If you notice the lower bay down there, they're kind of a yellowish color because that's what they are. We use them there because we never had light down there until last year before, I guess, when we got that done. And still had a big huge box full of those bulbs, but we switched to the LEDs and everything else. By the way, the power bill went way down because the lights, we leave one row of lights on in here during calving season, and we're in the barn so much during calving season that most of them are on. And we always used 100 watt or 75 watt incandescents, but that one's out, which it's on the center row for that. You got one right here out too, and one right there, and they're both on the same row. Actually, I guess these are the same row as that. It's all the second row. And the first row up here by the feeder and the far bay there, they're on the same switch. But here she comes with lights.
I opened another box and stole one because it only had 2.
Okay.
So the other one has 3.
There is one. Don't know what happened. Okay, you notice that one in the middle of the screen? It's putting light out. That one's a little different. The cover's gone.
Completely gone.
We don't know what happened to it. Never saw any bits of it or nothing. Don't know when it came off, just that it's off. But it is on. It is working.
Yeah, I spotted that when I was press walking.
So it's like, it's working. We'll leave it there. So I'm going to let you go so I can give her an elevator ride. Maybe these just need to get turned.
We'll find out.
They do loosen up. That one shouldn't. It's on a main beam.
That one looks like.
But the others, where they're mounted, we get a good wind and it rattles the whole barn and it'll shake them loose. So these over here, they just might need to be tightened. I don't know.
And the gate's gonna slam behind you.
We'll see. Yeah, I know the gate's in my way. I'll miss it one way or the other. There, you can see the gate's on my butt. Okay. Oh, screw it. Calling it a day. Number one's getting tired of being sore. Or freaking left over. It'd be nice if the doctors would do something. Didn't get quite as far as we wanted to. Still gotta get the water trough cleaned up that goes here. These other two should get cleaned up, but yeah, you know, they'll survive. I'm just sneaking around looking. Ended up changing 8 light bulbs, I think it was. Went ahead and changed that one that was still working. Probably a good thing, because I'm kind of thinking it had an issue. It was really, really hot. It's a good thing everything Well, almost everything in here is all porcelain fixtures. Because if it would have been a plastic fixture, it would have melted it out. It's how warm it was. But here you go. A look at the clean barn with fresh bedding. Last time, see this for a year. And she still got to scatter some of this out. I moved it around with the loader a little bit for her and shoved a bunch over there because it doesn't need the whole thing over here. Still got to get a water trough out there. Platform's back in. Got to get some new ropes on that feeder out there to tie it off. Just little stuff. But we got sidetracked because while we were doing stuff, she noticed gutter was dripping the other day where it shouldn't have been, and so we cleaned the gutter on the lower wall out here and cleaned the one on the front of the feed barn, and downspout on it's plugged, of course. That's been an issue for years. Been redone and it's still an issue. And I think hopefully in the next few days we're going to figure out. We got some old cows we know are going. They've been on the list to go for a few years, but they keep doing well. And after issues we had a few years ago that we lost some cows and had a bunch of open ones we shipped, and we're going to just have to get rid of those older cows that we've been holding on to for too long. So hopefully get a load in, take down probably Monday afternoon to the auction, see what happens. Hate taking too much longer in the year before we send calves, because historically here, if you don't get them shipped in October, the prices dump. And they don't come back until March. And I mean, unfortunately, our normal prices are what a lot of guys get in the rest of the country when it's bad. Listening to some of these guys talking about what they got and they're crying about it, I'm going, God, if that's what we get on a good day. All in the difference on where you're at. So anyway, start these two for a second, and thank you for watching. Please hit the like if you have not, and subscribe. They say it's free, right? That's what everybody says. Not too many things are free in life anymore. Oh yeah, I got a couple gates to fix yet too. But, we'll get her done. Calling her a day. I'm done. Thanks for watching.